Final home series of the year here in Allen Arena. Lipscomb wins it over Kennesaw State, picking up the win 76-62. Down one at halftime, but they end up getting 15 extra points in the second half and winning by 14, Justin.
Yeah, it was a big win for Lipscomb at home. And joined now across the way by Ahsan, Asadullah, and Ahsan. Another big game for you. You've really kind of turned up the heat offensively, kind of leading your team these last few games.
Oh, yeah. I know it was a rough start to start the season, but I know it's time to keep getting more aggressive and playing harder, going down the final stretch, going into the playoffs. So we just been working, and Coach been talking to me. We knew I was going to get doubled, but there's just times where I have to be aggressive and score through it.
You know, there are times tonight they almost triple-teamed you, and they did it a little different. Sometimes they came from behind you with a smaller player. Is it hard for you to see and know when you're going to be double-teamed that way?
Yeah, but it's a lot of, quick reactions you got to make because some of those guys are real small. So if I put it on the ground, they'll take it. So it's just different ways. They would guard. They did a credit to them. They did a good job guarding it, coming in different ways, and I just had to adjust every time.
Big part of your game tonight, free throws. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. I know that's something you work really hard at because you're going to get a lot of attention every time you touch the ball, and some of the teams have thought, hey, we can take advantage of you, send you to the free throw line, but not tonight, 5 for 5.
Oh, yeah. I know earlier in the season I left a lot of unanswered points on the board, missing a lot of free throws, so it's something that we definitely been working on before and after practice.
I know the coaches work with you on that, but they work with you in all aspects of the game. It's so important because you're such a key thing, whether it's the assist, the rebounding, or the scoring. Is there any part of your game that you focus on more, and not counting free throws, because I know you work on that?
Yeah, definitely defense. Ball screen defense is the biggest thing we have to guard this year. So if I could just help lead the team on defense, getting a lot of stops and rebounding, definitely it's just lead us to momentum on offense.
Talk about a little bit about your teammates too tonight. I think one of the big things for you is they try to sometimes take it out of your hands with those double teams, but when you're able to locate a teammate, and then tonight you had some big guys. Jake Wolf knocked down some big threes tonight.
Yeah, I love when my teammates make good shots. They was ready to shoot. Our coach was telling them, and I feel like they stepped up. There was a lot of open shots, and they took their time and made them.
How hard has this COVID year been on you and the other players?
It's definitely rough. We had a rough start with a lot of preseason stuff and getting canceled out and stuff. It took us a while to get our first team practice with all 16 players. But I think we're getting the hang of it, starting to push through it.
I guess part of that is because you start sensing and smelling that the ASUN championship is right there just a week or so away, but you have to not look past tomorrow night's game.
Yeah, for sure. We know it's 2 more weekends before the tournament. We just got to take it one day at a time. That's what Coach been saying, and we've been ready for it.
Well, Ahsan, congratulations on a great game here tonight. And really, as Justin's pointed out, looking at stats, you've really turned it on the last 5 games or so here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you. You know, you're just a joy to watch, and this team is getting fun to watch, and I think there's just a great feel of everybody coming together going down the stretch.
Yeah. We'll be excited to come back and play hard tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow night. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Ahsan Asadullah, he is the reigning player of the week in the ASUN, and he's a preseason pick for the ASUN Player of the Year as the Bisons here tonight win 76-62. We'll take a look at the Tarkington-Harwell listing of the game. And the field goal percentage really turned toward the Lipscomb Bisons in the second half. They end up shooting almost 47%. Not a lot of three-ball tonight. Not a lot of times to put it in the book. Lipscomb shoots at 6 of 21. Rebounding, they out-rebounding the Owls by 3. Turnovers were dead even at 13. Most of those made in the first half as head coach Lennie Acuff joins us across the way. Coach, this game at halftime wasn't what you wanted to see, but I thought the first few minutes of the second half, you kind of set the stage for how you wanted the second half to be played.
Well, I thought the biggest thing in this – can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can,
okay.
Sure.
I thought the biggest thing in the second half is we took care of the ball. We only had 2 turnovers. You know, most games aren't won, they're lost. And I thought the first half we did a poor job of taking care of the ball and just it's live ball turnovers, things that lead to offense off their defense. But I just have a ton of respect for what they're doing with their programming. They're really talented, and they've got a heck of a freshman class, and they're going to be a real factor. And I knew it was going to be a hard game. I mean, they played everybody in the league tough, and but it was good for us to get a win. Now let's see if we can do it again tomorrow night.
Well, Coach, I thought in this game, we were looking at the numbers. Last 5 games, Ahsan has really turned it on the offensive end. What is he doing different, or is it just the team just as a whole just seems to kind of start being gelling just a little bit more?
Well, I think the biggest thing for Ahsan is he's been able to play and be healthy. He's in shape now. You know, he can play extended minutes. And, you know, I tell you one thing that's really been a big difference for him is he's making free throws. He's worked on it. I mean, it just comes off his hands so much better, and he's done a really nice job of investing in that, and he's seeing the fruit of it. You know, he's just a good player. And I thought tonight when they doubled him, he made some really good passes. We got to do a better job when we get him in scrambles of stepping into those threes and making them.
I know it makes everybody feel better when knowing that he had like a 5-for-5 free throw night tonight. But I think you just said it, Coach. He can deliver the ball when he's under pressure, and that's so important.
Yeah, I think he's the best passing big man in the country. I mean, I do. He just really sees things before they happen, and that's a real gift. And so, you know, it was a good night for us. You know, I thought we're solid in the second half. And I tell you, I thought really gave us a lift in the second half was Miles Miller. I was really proud of him. His minutes have not been, you know, a whole lot lately, and he really responded. He was really solid and just kind of did what he does. So I was proud of him, and thought Jake Wolf had a good night. So, you know, that was good to see Jake get going. And, you know, but we're halfway home. You know, we've split the last 4 weekends. We really need to come with the right mindset tomorrow night because they're going to play really well, and they'll be very prepared.
Yeah, Coach, I was getting right into that. Next thing is, you know, these adjustments that you have to kind of make on the fly here because you play so quickly. And we saw a lot of different defenses kind of thrown at both teams through this. And what do you expect tomorrow as far as how this game goes?
Yeah, I just think they do a good job. I think they have good feel for what they want to do. They mix things up. I mean, they're hard to play against. And, you know, we've just got to make sure that we play simple, and it's a real simple game. If you're open, you shoot it, and if you're not, you throw it to the guy it is. You know, you don't need to outthink the room. And but when we got the ball moving and got it going side to side, I thought we got good shots tonight. And the second half was a real clean second half for us.
There were times in this game that it was just fun to watch. It didn't matter who you were playing for. It was just a fun game to watch.
Yeah, I love their skill level of their team. I mean, I think they're going to be a real factor in our league going forward. And again, a lot of respect for them and what they're doing. So, you know, we're halfway home. We're halfway home, and we'd like to finish it out, our last home game of the year, and really appreciate everybody. We had another good crowd tonight, and I'm really thankful for that.
Well, good crowd, Coach, and I know we'd all like to see a sweep here tomorrow night against Kennesaw State. So congratulations on this win, and get ready to come back and do it all over tomorrow night.
Hey, thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
All right, thank you. Coach Lennie Acuff with us here as the Bisons win it over Kennesaw State 76-62, your final score. You can keep up with everything involving Lipscomb Bison basketball at lipscombsports.com.